Howdy guys, how's it going? So we are out here today to do a video that I have been planning for quite some time, and that is going to be doing an overnighter using mostly, I'd say about 90 to 95% of European military gear. This is all of the gear that I brought out with me is something that is currently used by some type of military over in Europe. A lot of this stuff is from UK companies, Poland, just a wide array, and then the things that are American made that I'm using are just right in line with the same type of stuff that would be being used. This is not any type of LARPing thing. I just have accumulated this gear over time, and I just thought it would be a cool way to mix things up and just, you know, a different idea for a video, because obviously, if you can't tell by the way I sound, I live in the United States, in case you're new. And now if you watched the last video, which was the survival kit that is integrated into the schmuck, some of that stuff is not in this anymore because that was like dedicated for a kit. But now this behind me is the Helican Tech's Super Tarp, and so that's supposed to be like the Basha, I believe is how you pronounce it, that they would carry for their shelter. This is a little bit larger dimensions, I think, than like the standard, but got it set up in a low profile A-frame design. This is Tasmanian Tiger TT Pathfinder pack. In case I get any of these names wrong, if you're interested in the gear, just check the description box down below and I'll have links to it. Another really cool thing is I've got a British 24-hour ration pack, and we're going to be getting into that right now because I didn't eat lunch, and it's already, I think, about 3 o'clock, just right after 3 o'clock. So we'll take a look at this and go ahead and get some of that going. I've got like the mess tins. This is the BCB canteen. All the BCB stuff and like this MRE come from MREmountain.com. So if you're in the States and looking for any of this type of stuff, definitely check out MRE Mountain. Just got my cell phone pad I'm sitting on. I've got a new sleeping bag and a new sleeping pad from Snug Pack, because I know Snug Pack is huge in like the European military space. So that pad will be sitting on top of this closed cell phone pad whenever we actually blow it up and get that situated. And then I've got my Highlander bivy bag that we'll put our sleeping bag into. I can't remember, I'm fingers crossed that the zippers are on the same side. Otherwise that's going to be kind of awkward. I just want to do that to protect the bag. But right now it's actually, where it's midday, it's right at 50 degrees based off of what the weather app said. I've got this thermometer in my chest pocket. I'm going to take it out and clip it on a tree somewhere. Right here out of the way. It shouldn't be, it's getting a little bit of sun, but that'll be fine. I'm actually going to take this smock off for a bit just to cool off and get a little more acclimated to the temperature. I've got my Pentagon hurricane shell with the puffy inside in my bag, and we'll probably be just wearing that around so we don't have to, once like the temperature drops. And yeah, this is the 24-hour ration pack menu 7. I took a while back and just cut this open at the top to look at the components, and also to roll it down and get all the air out of it so that it would be a little bit easier to pack. But all the original components are in here. I hope I stuck it in before I left. But I snagged, yeah, I did, sweet, a little bottle of garlic hot sauce that I want to, I may or may not need, because the stuff that's in here, I don't quite know what it is. And it's stuff I don't think I've tried before. So we are going to get right on to doing this. Okay, so I did end up having my canvas mat. It was just stuck in a separate pocket, but thought we could dump this out and I can give you guys an idea of what we're working with here. So these two main pouches right here, we have got a vegetarian sausage and tomato breakfast. So the vegetarian part, I don't even know what a vegetarian sausage is, but I'm a little disappointed in that part. But this still does have meat in it, because this other one is halal steak and vegetables, and then we've got long grain white rice, and Rajma masala. Now I looked this up, and this is like, I think, like a spicy bean, and let's see, it's got, yeah, kidney beans, onion, tomato paste, sunflower oil, spice, salt, ginger, garlic, and mango powder, which that sounds pretty good. If we're going to do the masala and the rice now, because we'll have the steak and vegetables. We've got peanuts. We've got a vanilla. We got like a vanilla pound cake here. So I think if we save all that stuff, we got like our nuts. Then we got, what is this? Orange mint cookies, hot chocolate, cola bottles. I think this might be those candies. I'm not sure, but sounds good. There's lots of drink mixes. I do know, based off my research, that a lot of these are super high in sugar. But an energy drink mix sounds really nice right now. The accessory packet, we've got matches. There's no stove. It's got a spork. We have coffee. We have tea. We have water purification tablets, wet wipes, napkins / toilet paper, all that stuff. So yeah, no stove, but here, so this is the BCB mess tin. This is what a lot, as far as mess kits go, are issued alongside these canteen sets. And so this one has our black drinking mug, the 1 liter British black water bottle, stainless canteen cup, and then the aluminum stove. And then now in our mess kit, what I have put in here is the BCB fold out stove, and I've got the what is it, Fire Dragon, I think. We'll see when I open the Fire Dragon fuel tabs. I've got 3 of those, which I don't think is going to be enough, so I did also bring my alcohol stove, and we're going to have a fire later on too, so that's not a big deal. Like normally they'd probably be issued, you know, additional. I've just only got 3 of these left. I had more, but I've only got 3 left, and that's a full container's worth of those. And then I threw in a metal spoon fork combo, and then this is just my outdoor element cleaning kit, which is like a soft and coarse sponge, and then a rag. Because whenever I do, the way this works is you put these pouches in the pot, you cover them with water, bring them to a boil, so you like boil in the bag. Oop, and I do apologize for the wind. I've got the wind you know, sock on here, but who knows. Milliliters of water, which is marked on the canteen cup here. It seemed like a lot of powder in that packet, so I'm sure half of it's sugar. Gotta say, not bad. And then, yeah, the nice thing is too, with these, it comes with this little plastic lid that just snaps down on there like that. So if you've got a hot drink or anything, that'll help hold the heat in, or in this case, this will kind of help keep me from splashing this thing around and spilling it everywhere. Anyways, let's take and open up our stove here. And yeah, so it is Fire Dragon. That's what these are called, or the brand, I should say. They're familiar with like the hexamine stoves, because that's what, you know, this looks like. These are not hexamine. These are a lot cleaner burning. So just kind of pop that in the center there. That right there, this is like a wind block, and just add additional support. And you can, like I said, you could just take and pop it in this, but since we're going to set one of our mess tins on this, and what I'll do, for the sake of trying to keep this tight and so y'all can see what I'm doing, I'm going to turn this mess tin upside down. We'll set this on top, make sure it's level, then we'll make sure that's going to set on there how we want it to. Then we got these pink storm matches, but first things first, we should probably get our contents into our pan here. dump the rice off into one side. Very wet, soup-like or paste-like. Yeah, like I'm positive this is like what's meant to eat together. There's a closer look at what that is, what that's like. Strike. Just go lay that on there. Make sure we don't lose that. Right now, since we're eating out of this and not a pouch, I'm going to use this this spoon combo here. We'll get that going and see how that's going to work, and then I will get back with y'all whenever that is done. Alrighty, so it is nice and heated up. I gotta stir it so it doesn't stick, but that is the hot sauce that we got. And that thing's got a really nice long burn time. Like one of those is enough to easily probably boil a liter or more of water. You know, this aluminum mess tin didn't really have any, the only sticking that just occurred was whenever I got up to show you guys that, turn the camera back on. But not a bad little amount of food for a nice lunch. But I would have enough enough flame left to easily get water hot enough for a nice cup of brewed tea or one of those coffees, which I know we're having an energy drink right now, but I'm definitely still going to have some coffee here in a bit because it is cool. But for that, I don't want to waste one of these. I want to use these Fire Dragon tabs specifically for the use of food, because it'd be kind of a waste to just use one of those for for warming up water for a hot drink. So this is a sauce and not, so it's a hot sauce and not like flakes, which is nice. It's kind of easier to get a sauce in there. Just putting all the trash back in the original bag. Now let's give her a taste. That rice is more tender than I expected it to be, so that does have a really nice, I mean, it's heavy on tomato sauce, and I mean, I love tomato sauce, so that's fine with me. But you definitely need that, the hot sauce they give you. And then right here's some garlic hot sauce. The flame is still going. I'm gonna throw in a bit of this. And I can't recommend the brand of this hot sauce if you're curious, because this come in a Christmas gift set that my grandma gave me that had like 12 different sample hot sauces in it, so it's just kind of random, but that one tastes pretty good. And I just love trying different hot sauces in general, so. Oh yeah, that's even better. That's not bad at all. Alrighty, so I'm gonna finish down in this, and I'm gonna have to put on that hurricane shell with the puffer thing inside, because as the sun's dropping, it's starting to cool off a bit with that breeze. Meal was very good. Before the sun sets, I want to get a small fire pit area dug so that we have something to chill by. Now, if you're wondering, so this is like an American company. This is Near Zero, and this is a titanium shovel with a detachable wooden handle. At the very beginning, you see it's kind of got a bit of a blade edge here. I'm going to sharpen that some, but it done decent at that. We're going to dig a hole with it. The only thing that I'll say that I'm not a fan of with it at the moment is the handle could be more snug because it rattles whenever you got it in place. But you know, it's meant to do things like we're about to do and dig cat holes and stuff like that. But you definitely, where it's made of titanium, you don't even know that you got it with you. At least in comparison to like an e-tool or something. But You just have to make up for the loss of weight in the shovel head with more force. This is really rooty. Right there's a big old root. And yeah, we'll just burn through these roots right here whenever we start the fire. Like I said, I don't want a big one, just enough to chill around and warm my hands up and stuff. But shovel did not do too shabby of a job. So it is starting to get a wee bit on the chilly side and the darker side. I'm going to change into this. Like I said before, this is a Pentagon Hurricane 3-layer like rain jacket. It's like essentially Gore-Tex, but like I guess a European version. And then I just got the zip-in puffy liner. And then I put on, I had a Pentagon beanie in the pocket of my smock. We got that. We can still actually put the smock on over this to help. Well, like this is windproof, but it just adds that extra layer. And I've got a light that I'm gonna be using for filming, but before it gets too dark, I'm gonna go ahead and show you my sleep system and put the sleeping bag in the bivy bag. And so across the board, these Petzl type headlamps seem to be kind of like the go-to for militaries. I guess it's because you can just swap the batteries out really quick. I prefer like the rechargeable headlamps, the RGB version. So I got it on green light right now, but you hold it down, blue, white, red, so you got all those color options. So I was really surprised at how compact this sleeping bag from SnugPack is, and like I was able to fit I think all my sleep stuff in the bottom compartment of this bag. So up top here I squeezed in the Highlander bivy bag. We've used this a ton during like even in the hotter months. Then right here is the SnugPack bag. You get Tactical 3, and so its comfort is 19 degrees Fahrenheit. Its low recommendation is 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight it's going to be getting into 26. So we should have, I'm gonna left the tag on there because this is the first time using it. But for this to be a, you know, just the fact that it's like a 19 degree Fahrenheit bag, recommendation as is, and it can pack this small, that's pretty insane. So, and then this is the Base Camp Ops air mat with built-in foot pump. I brought my flex tail pump to pump this thing up, but we'll leave this as is till later. But I want to get the bivy bag and stuff out so that we can just get this lofted up inside the bivy and just stick it in there for now. Oh, that camera. But yeah, with this bag, the way that I had things fixed, there's still enough room in this bag to fit enough stuff to go in cold environments for at least a week. If you pack, I just had like this stuff stuffed down in there instead of being like a compression sack. And I believe the outer material of the SnugPack sleeping bag is water resistant, so we really don't even need to put it in the bivy bag. I just want to protect it from getting snagged by anything on the ground. SnugPack makes bivy bags, I'm not sure. I know that they make a like a smaller tent, but based off the quality of this so far, I'm definitely interested in testing out a wider range of their products. So there we go. That is the bag. It's got like a really, the outer material, it's not sealed nylon, but it just reminds me kind of that type of lightweight material. UK. So the outer fabric is something called Paratex steel plate, inner fabrics TS1, insulation Softy Premier, and Reflectotherm. So it has like a thermal reflective type material. And yeah, all in all, super soft. And we got lucky. The zippers are on the same side. So heck yeah. Get that stuff down into the foot box. And since it's going to be cold, so this is the part of the Highlander bivvy where you completely close it off if you're just pouring down rain and don't have any overhead cover. And then the bug net face shield to fully enclose yourself is on there now, but I'm going to zip that off as well because we don't need it in these temperatures. And out here, and it seems like it's made of a lot more durable material than like a thermarest. So I don't think you'd have to worry as much about it popping. Yeah, the sun just kind of has went over the that ridge over there, so now it is pretty dark. And then I normally do the last few just by mouth because I can get more pressure in there. Pop that in, and that is our pad. And it's just got these long tubular baffles. Alrighty, so I took and lined the bottom of our fire pit here just with sticks so that the divot wasn't super deep, insulates it, and as it burns down, that's just, the coals will burn slower. Went and got a bunch of pencil lead sized, because what we're going to try to do here is use one of our matches from our MRE, but you want to go ahead and add these other layers because those sticks of that size should catch really quickly. 3 left after this. Okay, so that's really surprising. That didn't do it. So let's try another one. There we go. That should do it that time. So we got 2 left, which is actually kind of perfect because that means we'll be able to light our stove to make dinner. And then one in the morning. But it is surprising to me that first one didn't do it, but it got it right where it needed to be to end up going. So and yet the reason why I didn't do a Dakota fire hole is because there's really no reason to. It wouldn't help really at all with the wind factor. I just got this below ground to help shield it, I should say, from wind. That's the other thing, is I just don't feel like digging through a mountain of roots to make a Dakota fire hole either. But I'm going to get this going good, and we got most of our stuff situated. But here pretty soon I'm going to be ready for a cup of coffee and for our dinner. With this wind swirling the way it is, it's just changing directions too much to cook, like to heat water with it. So I'm going to use my alcohol stove. It's the Cuvic, it's the Cuvic like ultra mini alcohol stove. There is the 2 tea bags and 2 packs. It's called drink whitener. I'm assuming that's the cream, because the only other thing in there is sugar. I don't want any sugar in my tea. I'm going with the, I'm going to keep it in this cup so I can put that lid on it. The other thing I'm not sure about is how well this MRE stove stand. Jesus Christ, wind, calm it down. Okay, I think that worked. I lit a whole tea bag wrapper on there, poured some fresh, and now the stove's going. So we'll see. Because yeah, I want to save the coffee for in the morning. We got ourselves a bowl going. And it doesn't say what kind of tea this is. I'm pretty positive it's like black. It's English breakfast tea. But yeah, I want to have this now and then have the coffee in the morning. So it was only in there for, less than a minute, and it somehow managed to disintegrate. But I don't, well, yep, there's a lot of loose tea in the bottom, but it is what it is. Nice. Okay, so it's not bad, but to be an English MRE, I would expect the tea to be better. Anyways, as soon as this dies out, I'm going to set up that other stove with the Fire Dragon fuel tabs, and we are going to water boil our dinner. So I'm trying the nuts right now, and it just seems to be cashews and almonds. They're very fresh, but they're unsalted, which really sucks because unsalted nuts are no good. And yeah, I stuck it in here because it was starting to get hard, and it's still hard. I have no clue what this cheese is for. I think you're supposed to eat it. Actually, let me set it on top of this. There we go. Inside the pot. Okay, so that is the full amount of time that it was supposed to go. So let's get our cheese off there. It's still really firm. Okay. Oh, yes, definitely. That's very warm. Like, because this thing blocked the wind pretty good, the BCB stove there. However, it was still whipping it around pretty good, so it didn't get as efficient of a heat up as I think it would have otherwise. But it is plenty warm enough to eat. I think I'm gonna put the cheese spread in this after I taste it for the first time. But yeah, it's like steak, potatoes, green beans, just kind of like a stew. Yeah, it just has like a beef, just it tastes like beef stew. That's what it is essentially. But let's see. Because yeah, I'm not used to seeing an MRE without any type of cracker or like plain bread item in it. But that is nice and salty, so I might try eating that with the nuts actually too, because that's got a good saltiness to it. Yeah, that's a definite improvement to this as well. Let me try it with some nuts. Way better. Cheese makes everything better. So really, the last thing is this, it says vanilla cake, so I'm assuming it's like a pound cake. That's normally pretty consistent. I mean, yeah, that's all that really is just vanilla pound cake. This would be good to have with a tea. Man, that's one thing. I mean, at this point, I've only had pound cakes from American MREs, and now the British one, the French MRE that I tried a while back, it didn't have any type of cake in it. But you know, it's obviously processed to the moon and back. But whatever they do to keep these things this moist is phenomenal. And I'm hoping this will fill me up some more, because that steak and vegetables and the peanuts together, like I still just, like that didn't really do it in terms of making me feel like I'm still hungry. And the only thing left is our breakfast drink mixes, these cola bottles, which I think is actually little gummies, and these orange mint cookies. I'm gonna eat this, get this area taken care of, and then it's time to crawl in the shack because it's getting windy and cold. I checked my thermometer. We're sitting at about 31 degrees right now without wind chill, and like we're getting probably 10 to 15 mile per hour gusts, so the wind chill's at the moment probably probably about 28, right around there. Like my hands are cold without having gloves on. So yeah, I will see y'all whenever it's time to crawl in the old snug pack. Okay, hopefully that's kind of decent of an angle. So like I'm gonna be sleeping on this lower edge. I'll bring my backpack and put it right there, but I want to crawl in this real quick and just see how it's going to feel. I got the Z-fold mat underneath it. But it's also, like I've got this thing pitched right below my waistline as far as the ridge line goes, and I can sit on my butt straight up with my head touching the ceiling. And the two mats don't really seem to be sliding around too bad on each other. I expected that to be a lot worse. I do wish the Highlander bivvy zipped all the way down, but it does not. And so yeah, with this tarp, with this low pitch, you could easily sleep 2 people under here with plenty of room for gear. Because I'm sleeping my head really near the opening, just so that I can have my pack right there, and you know, all will be good on that front. And yeah, as soon as you get in this thing, and I'm sorry about, I can't really reach the camera to change it to point to center myself, but as soon as you get inside the sleeping bag, you can feel the heat start to reflect towards you immediately. So I mean, yeah, I can definitely immediately tell a difference in the temperature. Mat feels super comfortable. So yeah guys, I think all in all it's going to be a very, very nice night's sleep. So with that said, I'm going to get comfy and cozy, and I will see y'all in the morning for breakfast. Good morning guys, how's it going? So it is just under 5 a.m. in the morning, and I got up, had to pee, and I thought I'd leave this on, crawl back in here, let it warm up, because this jacket was very cold putting it back on. Sleep system was good, except for this pad does not sit well on this on this close cell phone pad, so I was it was shifting around all night, and I just have shifted it back, and I'm already, you know, not on it anymore really, so it's made me kind of slide into the sidewall, but hadn't run into really too much condensation. There's a bit of frost underneath here, but I looked at the thermometer when I got up, and it looks like we're sitting around 19 to 20 degrees, so it's actually quite a bit colder. Luckily it's not windy, because if it was, the wind was still blowing this morning, then that means the temperature would be, you know, probably around 10 degrees. But this sleeping bag, like I said, I just had put this jacket on because I'd got up, but like my with my pants on, just normal socks, didn't have any cold issues around my feet. Like, you know, obviously the bivvy does add a bit of warmth, but this sleeping bag is really nice. The only thing, and this is just something I've noticed, like this is just kind of a personal thing, this inner material here is super soft and really nice, but it wants to catch like on the Velcro of my pants, and even my hands, like where I have like calluses and stuff all over my hands, like it wants to catch on my skin that way. But you know, if you're just like crawling into this bag like with your like long underwear, like whatever you're wearing in this type of temperature, then you're gonna have no issue whatsoever. So it's not a slight against it, just something to be aware of. And it's not like it's only really kind of a problem whenever you're trying to just get in and out of the bag, but if anything, it kind of helps keep the bag in place whenever you go to bed. But I'm gonna lay here for a second longer, and then we're going to get up and have the other half of a breakfast. Oh, but here's something. Last night I didn't wake up whenever it happened, but I had my trash bag stuff, like, you know, away from this area, and I put our main food bag in my backpack so it wouldn't freeze. Hopefully it didn't freeze. I hadn't even checked it, like the sausage and whatever.
but a raccoon or a possum won, because I'd set an accessory bag with it beside it, and I don't even know what would be in there that would have smelled really, but it definitely got in the trash bag, and it looked like it chewed some holes in the accessory bag where I put the drink mixes and stuff. So that was something new. But anyways, let's get to the food here in a minute. All right, so yeah, see right here was what I used to put the trash in, and I had it right here at the base of this tree. And like, don't worry, I'm gonna clean this up, but it got that stuff and just was rustling around with it. And then I'd stored my accessory bag just over here at this tree because I knew it, smelled somewhat, but I didn't expect anything to mess with it. And luckily, it doesn't appear like it really got anything in the bag. It just tore it open there at the end to stick its nose inside. So you never know. Based off of like the way this stuff was entered and moved around, I think it was a raccoon because it was also pretty quiet. Well, this is done for sure. That boiled for quite a long time and it's still going. I would have had time to warm up water for coffee, but I'm not going to worry about it now because I've got plenty of water to drink. I still got some little bit left because I filled that thing up yesterday when I got more, but I don't want to have to do that all this morning. This one got to a very good boil compared to what our steak and vegetables did. So that right there is what we're working with. I think these are like mushroom sausages or something. I gotta be honest with you, it tastes like absolutely nothing. It doesn't taste bad, doesn't taste good. It does look weird. Yeah, just vegetarian stuff in general, man. It's just not good. I'll probably have a couple more bites of that. It's weird. It's got a weird consistency to it. But yeah, anyways, guys, considering the time and everything, I'm going to try to eat a few more bites of this and then get everything packed up. While that was boiling, I took and packed up the sleeping bag and the bivvy and the sleeping pad and stuff. So now all I got to do is take the tarp down, gather up all these doodads in the trash, and as always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. Make sure that thumbs up button and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about this video in particular. Any thoughts, ideas, opinions, gear recommendations, just whatever you feel like. And if you're interested in any of the gear, check the description box below the video and I will link to anything and everything that I use that is still available on the internet. And yeah, till the next one, guys, adios.